Welcome to the Choristers. Welcome to the Choristers Lounge. Welcome to the Choristers Lounge. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we break it down. From hymns above to songs I knew, sharing the things important to you. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we break it down. The choristers at the Choristers Lounge.
Hello, Choristers Lounge family. Welcome to the Choristers Lounge, the international segment. I'm your host, St. Bipsy, and I can't wait to get into this interview and the segment where we interview our greats in Africa and where you, the Choristers Lounge family, will know more about our history, know more about the shoulders that we stand on, know more about our influences, know more about where we come from as a culture, as a church, and where we're going. And we're so pleased and so blessed and so fortunate to have Aldenala, we affectionately call him Alda C, at home, to be the first person that we are interviewing on this international segment of the Choristers Lounge. So without further ado, Alda C, welcome. It's so good to see
Good to
you.
see you. It's good to see you. Looking good. It's been a minute. We
How
missed
are
you.
you? Are you
All is
well?
well. All is well. We miss you at home. When are you coming back?
I know, I was home soon. Next week, I'll be home soon. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay.
It's been so long. I miss home. I miss home, but I'm so happy to see
Likewise.
you.
Likewise.
You've had a great impact in my musical journey. You've always, encouraged me. You've shaped me. You've always supported me. So I'm so grateful that I'm interviewing you today, and I'm so blessed to be doing this.
I am blessed too. Thank you so much. It's good to be here and it's good to see you. Again, looking forward to seeing you home. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Of course, yes, I'll be listening. All right, I'll just see. Without further ado, we're just gonna get into the interview, and we're gonna touch on a few things like your upbringing, your musical journey, your leadership, and we can't wait to hear what your musical genius mind is gonna share with us today, and we can't wait for our viewers and Courses Lounge family to know more about you as the general chorister of the Rock Territory, but also as Polani Curtis Nala, the man. So the first question that we have today would be for you to actually just tell us more about your upbringing in South Africa and how music first became a part of your life.
Well, well, thank you again, Saint Abibsi. Well, my family was actually introduced into the congregation through my great grandmother, who joined this congregation around the 1920s in an area called Esho in KZN.
Mm.
So my
Mm-hmm.
great grandmother from my father's side, and so also when she joined, traditional woman, she joined the church, in her traditional garb, traditional skirt, barefooted,
Mm-hmm.
and and
Mm.
uh, and of course my great grandfather Ndevu Gambambisa Kanojeleza never really joined the church because he was a
Mm.
traditional man with three wives, and you
Mm.
know how this church is when it comes to that. So my great grandmother joined, and obviously most of his children did join as well, and that included my grandfather, my father's father. And so my grandfather was Saint Ephraim Kuban Nala. And so as he grew older, he saw this beautiful saint who was a chorister, Saint Aidangema, and they got married, and they were under
Beautiful.
Elder Thomas Ulu at Eshowe. They got married and had 3 children. And so that's basically my beginning. And of course, my father came, the late Elder Mishak Nala. It's kind of surreal, really, to say late, because he just passed on this year, early this year. So he grew up in the congregation, and he met my mother, who was who is now also late. It's kind of hard, but so they met. My mother is Sister Elder Clarence Zinde Mdletshe Governor, who grew up, I believe, in the area called the Machegane in KwaZulu-Natal. And so she too was a talented person. Actually, when I was growing up, she was a chorus. Of course, my dad wasn't much of a singer. He did his best. But definitely my grandmother, from my father's side, Saint Aidangema, who was a chorister, I guess, and my mother. Those are the 2 people who really had an influence in my life. But interestingly, my mother, would tell me a story, would recount a story, that when I was 2 years old, my great uncle, who was my father's uncle, who was the brother to my grandmother's Saint Ida Nala Ngema. So one time, my great uncle, by the name of Elder Ambrose Ngema, who happens to be actually Elder Stengema's grandfather. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
we are
wow.
related in that way. Our grandparents were siblings.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And so he visited at home one day. I was 2 years old, and so he picked me up and he put me on his lap. And as he put me on his lap, I started singing, just blasting, just bellowing
Wow.
something
That's beautiful.
so loud, so that he had to pause and say, "Oh, he is a singer." And so I guess,
Yeah, your whole life.
so I guess I was, blessing whatever it was that I was singing at 2 years old. I don't know what a 2-year-old sing, but whatever it was, it convinced him enough to say
But you were
he
singing.
is a singer. So I guess that's the background of where I come from, I guess, as a singer. Yeah.
Just piggybacking off of the fact that you've been singing since you were 3, like not to expose your age or my age, but like I think since I've been born, you've been you've been the district chorister over Africa. And if you were singing from 3, and I know that you have some history of um your background of teaching and teaching music to choirs outside of the church, which leads to my next question about what were some of your earliest musical influences or inspirations in and outside of the church?
Well, I would say, obviously, the Church of God in Saints of Christ had a huge influence in my musical upbringing.
Right.
Definitely did. And when I was growing up at Thessalonica Tabernacle in Matrigani, or even in KZN, there were quite a few, usually, well, during those times, most of our choristers were women. There were a few men as well.
Mm.
And so when I was
Mm-hmm.
growing up in Thessalonica Tabernacle, we had a sister by the name of Saint Caroline Tim. She was,
Mm.
you know, quite a spirited chorister. She was one of my, of course, my mother, is the original, but then we have
Right.
Saint Caroline Temple. We have Saint Figile Gertrude Ngobese. You know her, was the
Mm-hmm.
district
Yes.
female
Yes. Oh
choir
my
mistress
goodness.
at the time.
Yes.
She was a great influence
Yes. A
because
marvel.
at some
Yes.
point we were in one tabernacle at Shiloh Tabernacle.
Wow.
And also remember Elder Peggy Temba Ngobese. He was a great influence as well.
Yes.
At one time, he was a district cantor
Mm-hmm.
in KwaZulu-Natal.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
and
Mm-hmm.
we had Saint Mavis Njangasem from Eshowe. We had
Mm-hmm.
Saint Nesta Ngobese Mtetwa from Canaan Tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's still alive. She's in her 90s now.
Wow, that's
Blessing,
beautiful.
it's a
Wow.
blessing. So those are some of
It
the
really is.
influences, great influences in my
Mm-hmm.
young upbringing, and of course my uncle, Elder, who is now an elder, Elder Thaddeus Noble. He's an elder who he had a great
Mm.
influence because when at 12 years old, when I was appointed assistant cantor that time, at 12 with my
Wow, at
cousin,
12. Wow.
Elder Dogozo Sidney Noble. He was
Mm.
the chorister in charge. So those are some of
Mm.
my influences, greatest influences. And now outside the church, of course, we were influenced by choral music at school.
Right.
We
Mm-hmm.
were choristers, we call singers or choristers, and we
Mm-hmm.
were in the choir. And so which kind of
Mm-hmm.
influenced that part, my choral upbringing at school. And of course, outside of
Right.
that, then of course you have Miriam Makeba, outside greatest
Yes.
influence. We have
Mm-hmm.
we have Kefas Semenya, the old jazz people. I'm
Yes.
a jazz person. I love jazz.
Yes.
One of my favorite.
I figured.
Yeah, I love old music,
Yes.
and of course,
Yes. Your compositions are really like jazzy too. So you can kind of see that love for jazz
yeah,
come out.
it
So
has to,
yes.
it has to. So those were just
Mm-hmm.
some of the influences inside the church. And then as I grew, and my abilities were getting more and more shaped and honed. There were others,
Mm-hmm.
greatest influences like Elder Sem Machaka, for instance. You know, Elder
Yes.
Sem Tetra. Those were some of the people who were really, really, really great influences. But
Yes.
originally, my mother, she was it for me.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And we just, as the Courses Lounge family, we just want to, just send our condolences for the loss of um Elder and Sister Elder, and just tell you that, we're continuously praying for you and your family just during this difficult time as you navigate through grief and your unfortunate new normal. But that is so beautiful that you've had so many different influences from your family and outside of the church. And I remember, I think it was 2013, Rabbi Crowdy's first visit in Zimbabwe. He likened you to Elder Thomas Stevenson.
I want to thank Elder Curtis now.
Yes, sir.
ADC.
Yes, sir.
He reminds me of a chorister
that I knew back in the United States, and he has gone on now. Yes, sir. But he has some movements. Yeah. A certain gesticulation, like a man named Thomas Stevenson.
Oh yes, that when Chief Rabbi J. August Crowley Jr. Said that, I was really shocked. Because I was shocked, but not so shocked as well, because
Yeah.
I loved Elder Stevenson. I truly loved his style and the volume of work that he
hmm
did in terms of his compositions and arrangements,
hmm
and
hmm
his personality. He was I never met him, but I could see
Yes.
from the volume of work that he did, and from his conducting, from his
hmm
singing, from his teaching and training, that he was a great man. So how can you not love that? If you are a
Yes.
music man, you had to
Right.
love Elvis Stevenson.
Right.
So it was an honor, it was a
hmm
privilege, to be likened
Yes.
in however minute way to that great man.
Yes.
I was overjoyed. I was ecstatic.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
invigorated.
I remember. Yes, it was a beautiful.
Um,
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment.
I will never
Yes.
forget that. I will never forget.
Um. Yes, I remember. I was like, yes, I see it. Yes, spot on, Rabbi.
Yes.
Um. Would you say that some of the other choristers that you had in your upbringing, did they, as well as jazz, like I said before, that a lot of your compositions have that jazzy feel to it? Would you say that influenced your style as far as like your compositions? And is there anyone else or any particular directors that left a lasting impact on your style and in your journey as a chorister?
Oh yeah. There are so many. As I counted the few that I did.
Mm-hmm.
When you are being shaped and molded, you never really know when you're there. So everything around you,
Yes, of course.
everything that you see,
Mm-hmm.
everything that you touch, everything that you hear, that coupled with who you are as a person, your personality, all
Right.
of that put
Right.
together then begins to shape and mold and make you the person
Mm-hmm.
that you become or that you are. So definitely, as I said, all of these people had an influence in me. Now I will tell you something else. I was greatly
Yes.
influenced by your father, the now evangelist at
Oh,
large, Tony Nyatu. He had a great influence
yes.
when we started going to Mamelodi for Passovers. He was mostly,
Mm-hmm.
in charge of the choir.
Mm-hmm.
And I would look at him
Yes.
and study him and was just impressed. And so
Yes.
definitely is one of my influences. And also, I used
Mm-hmm.
to love, and I remember quite distinctly, he was a bass singer. And so he would,
Oh, he
oh yeah,
was?
oh, yeah,
That's so
he would
funny.
do
I didn't know
bass
that.
and he would do tenor,
Oh,
but
really?
mostly he would start the
Oh.
song, giving the cue, and then after that he gets into
Mm-hmm.
bass. So
Oh,
I would
wow.
really enjoy because I started out as a bass singer, as a bass singer as well. So
Oh,
I used to
wow.
love that, and he was quite a beautiful conductor. And then I loved Brother Isaac. He had a unique style and a
Mm.
unique voice. I loved it.
He still
And
does.
also, I don't know if you
Yes.
remember Elder Fanya Nazwane.
Yes,
If
I
you love
do.
God,
Yes.
serve
Every time he
Him.
would strike up and bless
Hallelujah.
the
We used to
Lord. Every
sing that
time
one.
yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Bless his soul. Bless his memory.
Yes.
He was one of my greatest influences. And
Mm.
so again, Elder Sam Machaka, Elder Sam Tetwa, Elder Sam Machaka was actually a very gifted man. Even though I saw just
Yes.
a tail end of his career
Mm-hmm.
in the area of conducting and singing, because later he had a
Mm-hmm.
stroke and he couldn't sing or even talk.
Right.
But he was
Yes.
one of
Mm-hmm.
my greatest influences. So again, all of these people, all of these individuals played a part. There was another sister
Yes.
from KZN, Sister Saint
Mm-hmm.
Esther Job. We used to call her Estella Job. She was
Mm-hmm.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful singer,
Mm.
wonderful conductor. So all of these people, they shaped me, they molded and really, really made me who I became, of course, with my own gifts and talents. Yes.
Right. Yes. I know you mentioned that, you know, you started basically singing from when you were 3. And it was mentioned that this child's a singer. And you mentioned that at 12, you were an assistant chorister. So do you mind just sharing with the Choristers Lounge family and just walk us through your journey to becoming a chorister? And also just walk us all the way through to your journey and your experience of being appointed as district chorister and then later elevated to become the general chorister of the Rock Territory.
Wow. Well,
Wow, I was very
to start from the beginning, really, I was 12 years old, if I remember correctly.
mm,
One Sabbath, just minding my own business, and the then elder Titus Noble at Thessalonica Tabernacle. He later became an evangelist. So he called the name of my cousin at that time, Saint Ndowozo Sidney Noble. And then he called
mm,
myself, Olani Nala, come and stand in the middle. I was like,
wow.
what is going on now? And so he gave us a bait and a baton, and he said, hold this. So
mm-hmm,
my cousin was holding
mm,
one end of it, and I was holding the other end. And then he said that today I'm making you assistant cantor. I said, what?
wow.
Lord have
Mm,
mercy. Let me tell you, honestly, you may know this or not, but I'm actually a very,
mm-hmm.
very shy person. And to actually say I was shy is an understatement. I just,
Debatable, but I'll believe you because it's you're talking about yourself. So.
let me tell you, Bibsy, I hate to stand in front of anyone, let alone, the whole choir. So I
mm-hmm,
was then we were appointed that day, and then fast forward, and then when we were in Shiloh Tabernacle, as Kawini, that's when Elder Dumisa
mm-hmm,
then appointed me a fully fledged cantor at that time,
mm,
and then he gave the choir to my hands. I was
wow.
probably around 17, I would say somewhere around there.
Mm,
And so, well, we continued with the choir. I remember it was after the appointment of Elder Sam Tetra, because he was the cantor in charge at
mm-hmm,
that time, chorister in charge. And so when he was appointed, ordained, then I took over from there. It was during the 90s,
Yeah.
early 90s. And then,
Mm.
so we took it from there. And then in 1995, I was, doing the music and so forth. And then while just minding my own
Mm.
business. In fact, that particular day, I was in charge of the choir that day in Mamelodi. It was during the
Mm.
Passover, 1995.
Mm.
I remember this distinctly
Mm.
because it's the day I will never forget. So as I set the
Mm.
choir down, I had been conducted, set the choir down, and then there stood Evangelist Lodge, Reuben Machak. And then he called my name,
Wow.
Tolani
Mm.
Curtis Nana. In fact, I wasn't even listening because I was thinking about the next song. You know how it is when you're choristers. You
Yep.
always think about the
That
next song.
happens. Yes. Yes. Like you're there,
But
but
you're
you're
not
not there
there.
because you're thinking about what's next.
Right, right. I was thinking about the next song, and so
Hmm.
I wasn't really listening, paying attention to. And so
Hmm.
he called me two
It
times.
happens.
Hold on now.
Hmm.
I sat down. Hold on now. And then one person was sitting, I think a sister, you know, kind of nudged me. Hey, they're calling your name. I said, oh,
Hmm.
okay. So I stood up. And then he said to me, he said, first thing he said, kind of puzzled. First thing he said, how many, do you have more than one wife? What? I said, do you have more than one wife? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't even have one. I don't even have one. What is it? I'm too young to be married anyway. I was, and he said, I said, no, no, sir, I don't. And he said, okay. And he said, he pointed at Dickens. He said, Dickens, put a chair in the middle. Okay, what's going on now?
Wow.
And so they put the chair in the middle, and then he said, sit down. Yes, sir. Sat down. And then he said, today we are going to appoint you as an elder.
Wow.
What?
Right.
Listen, I was 22 years old, 22 years old,
Wow.
8 months. Yeah, somewhere about to be 23,
Wow.
really. And I can tell you, I don't even know what happened after that. All I know
Mm.
is that they said, you know, we're now ordaining him. I wasn't even appointed. I was ordained right there and then.
Wow.
And that's how I became a minister.
Mm.
And so
Mm.
I didn't become a minister because of the position of the choir. I became a minister first.
Oh.
And then that came,
Oh, wow. I
yeah,
didn't
and
know
then came
that.
later on. Um, yeah, but
Oh.
as a chorus, an elder, and now an ordained minister,
Hmm.
I mean, even now, whenever I think about it, I just, it's unbelievable. But then,
Hmm.
an elder, I still, continue to conduct the choir all the way
Hmm.
until uh, early 2000. That's when Evangelist
Hmm.
Lodge, Obed Mtembu, chief overseer, um, appointed me district cantor or district chorister. I think it was around
Wow.
2001 or 2002. I became
Oh.
a district chorister. Uh, Elder Sam
Mm.
Machaga passed away in 1999. And then there was a brother
Hmm.
who was appointed a district cantor. But something happened, and
Mm.
then I was later made. this weekend. Obviously, it was an honor, to be in that position.
Yes.
It gave me the opportunity,
Mm.
to use my gifts and my talents and to save the choir.
Yes.
It was a huge responsibility,
Yes.
taking into account
Mm.
how big the choir is and how big, Africa
Yes.
is. Like currently right
Yes.
now we have over 80 choirs, 87 to be exact. We may have more.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and we have in excess of
Yes. Different cultures, different
different,
languages, different
different
everything.
everything, different.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
was a huge, humongous task. So it involved a
Mm.
lot of traveling, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of talking, which I didn't like, a lot of training, um, a lot of discipline. I had to first discipline myself.
Mm.
The good thing about it is that at least I
Mm-hmm.
was a minister. So at least I was able, I had
Yes.
already, taken care of that part of, trying to discipline myself first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to then push the
Yes.
choir, in KZN, in the Cape,
Mm.
in Gauteng, Eswatini,
Mm.
Zimbabwe, Malawi.
Mm.
I had to visit all of those areas. And listen to this. I was
Yes.
the only
Mm.
district officer, let me just say district cantor or chorister at that time. So I had to visit
Wow,
all of these
really?
areas with
Wow.
or
I
without
didn't
any
know
accompaniment.
that.
So alone most of the time. So
Wow.
it was
That's beautiful. And you did it.
with the help of God and the support of the saints and the leadership,
Yes.
it happened. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
able to push it. And so from 2001 all the way 2002 all the way up to what last year, just last year,
Yes. Last Passover,
last
yes.
last so the leader when he visited us in December
Mm.
during the Holy Convocation, he kind of said something, about,
Mm.
he wants to appoint general chorister, wants to appoint this and that,
Mm.
and
Yes, I
when he said
remember that.
general
Yes.
chorus, he kind of looked at me, and I had to stand up.
I remember
You
that.
were there.
Yes.
I stood up. I
I
said,
remember
I
that.
didn't know
Yes.
what.
It was the Sabbath in KZN. Yes, I remember.
I didn't know whether because he was looking at whether I should stand up or not. So I kind of stood up.
Yes, I remember
You
that.
know,
Yes. And you stood up.
I did, and so
Yes.
it was that moment, and of course we didn't know if it will happen in our
Mm-hmm.
lifetime or not. But God being God,
Yes.
and as fate would have it,
Mm.
that the assembly last year, that's when Senior Rabbi Messiah, then made the
Mm.
confirmation, and but then we had to,
Beautiful.
as the myself and Elder Ted, I was appointed general
Mm.
chorister, and Elder Ted was appointed assistant general
Yes.
chorister. But then we had to wait
Yes.
until the Passover for the leader to make
Right.
the official appointment. But before
Wow.
that, one day, just,
Mm.
again, just minding my own business, um, got a call from the senior rabbi. He said, listen,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I need you to do. And do not tell anyone.
Mm.
I need you to go today,
Wow.
or before the Passover. I need you to organize yourself,
Mm-hmm.
go and make yourself a military suit. What? Listen, I was sitting down. Yes, sir, Rabbi. Yes, sir, Rabbi. And then he said, I want you
Yes.
to go to the tailors and make yourself a military suit. What? I stood up right
Wow.
there. I was, and I started pacing around.
Stood up, yes.
I said, what did you say? What did you say, Rabbi? I said,
Mm,
you are hereby
mm,
instructed to go make yourself a
mm.
military suit and do not share
Wow.
this with anyone. Okay.
Mm,
Now, yeah, you're receiving good news,
mm.
but then you can't tell anyone.
Yes.
So I was
Yes.
excited, but at the same time,
Mm.
I couldn't be excited. I was just caught in between. Should I be
Yes.
excited? Is this real?
Right.
It was
Right.
just a
Right.
mixture
What does this
of
mean?
all these
Yes.
emotions and
Yes.
feelings all coming down at the same
Hmm.
time. First of all, I was just
I
honored that I was made a Jericho Chorister. I thought there was enough. I really thought there
right.
was enough.
So deserving, by the way. I think Brother Matthew mentioned it when you did the overview of the history. So deserving.
You're too kind.
Your talent and musical genius has elevated the rock territory's music beyond this world, like beyond this world. So deserving, and we're so blessed and fortunate to have you as our general chorister on the rock
Thank you
territory.
so much.
And I mean, with all those feelings of excitement, of being
Woo.
nervous, of feeling, am I worthy? Of feeling, can I do this? Of doubt, of fear. Um, how would you say that or how would you say, oh, what does the elevation mean to you personally and spiritually? Um,
Wow. What a question. Definitely Rabbi Crowdy said something one time. He said, if you think you deserve it, then watch out. You know, I'm
yes,
paraphrasing.
yes,
So
yes,
so you know, we try not to deal, with these things that way, because you never know
yes.
whether you're worthy or not. But your worthiness
Mm,
becomes confirmed by the pronouncement.
mm,
So when
mm,
the office was endowed upon me, to me it was a
mm,
confirmation that, oh, maybe I am worthy of this. I'm not. I don't know. You know. You know.
mm,
But
mm, mm,
it elevates you, or it forces you to elevate yourself
mm.
to another level. You're not just
Right.
dealing with yourself only, you're dealing with the
Mm,
people of God. Not only that, you now have
yes,
a position that puts you at a level where you have to be humble.
yes.
Humility has to be the name of the game now more than ever.
Mm,
Your
yes.
elevation
Mm-hmm,
and your recognition forces you to look
mm-hmm.
within yourself to say, wow,
Right.
is this real? I
Yes.
mean, again, am I
Mm,
deserving? So
mm-hmm,
it makes you look within yourself and ask yourself so many questions. You may have the talent. There are so
mm-hmm.
many people with the talent, but are
So
they
true.
deserving? Are they humble enough?
One of my favorite quotes from the late Rabbi J. August Crowdy Jr., grandfather Abraham, is ability without humility. God cannot use
You
you.
know what? That's it.
And you're very,
That's it.
yes, yes. Um, and your humility speaks wonders because God is using you in such a mighty way to spread the music and to teach and to elevate everyone across the rock territory in the way that you do. And I know that doesn't come without its challenges because, again, we're dealing with people, we're dealing with different cultures, we're dealing with different languages, we're dealing with different ethnic groups, we're dealing with different upbringings. Um, what would you say is one of the biggest challenges that you face in managing so many different choirs across the Rock Territory?
It has to be the the wideness or the
Mm.
enormity of just way too many choirs, just way too many people,
Yeah.
and so if your aim, if your goal is to ensure that we all become the same, we all grow
Yes.
together, that is the challenge.
Yes.
Yes.
That that's hard. That and I know, like, with the history of South Africa and Africa, we've always kind of just dealt with our biggest challenge being like
Oh
tribalism,
yeah, oh yeah,
or
oh yeah,
regionalism.
oh yeah.
Yes. um, and and the fact that you're able to maintain, consistency and unity and such musical excellence across such a large
Yes.
region is so remarkable. So do you mind just sharing with the Choristers Lounge family about how you're able to maintain the consistency and the unity and the musical excellence as you travel the length of breadth of the Rock Territory?
So so I was well coming from a choral music background as well, and also being trained
Mm,
by Elder Sam Mteto was really a stickler when
I've
it comes
heard.
to rehearsal.
Yes.
So my
Yes, I've
discipline,
heard. Yes.
I think the only way that we've been able to hold this down is through rehearsal. The three words:
Mm,
rehearsal,
yes.
rehearsals, rehearsals. In some areas,
Oh, the three words three times, one word three times. Got
in some
it.
areas they even call me, here comes Mr. Rehearsals, because I'm serious.
No, because you don't play when it comes to
I'm serious about
rehearsal.
this.
I've worked closely with you. Yeah, we worked closely together during just choirs in general, and then the African Youth Choir when we traveled to the States. That was the most intense rehearsal I've ever had to endure in
Oh
my
yeah,
life.
oh yeah,
Hours of singing, hours of dancing. It was, yes. So I already know rehearsal, 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 rehearsal. We'll add two
oh
more.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I heard in one of the interviews by Brother Matthew. I think you were interviewing Sister
Mm-hmm.
Chantrice Barnes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, she said something about an amateur rehearse until they get it right, but a professional
Mm-hmm.
rehearse until they can get it wrong. Something to that effect.
Mm.
So I believe in order to get it right, you have to do the work. You
True.
have to apply yourself. You have to work on it
Mm-hmm.
until you get it right. And so
Yes.
in this regard,
Yes.
rehearsal form a very integral part of getting that song right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. You have
Yes.
to. Most of some of the choir members
Mm-hmm.
who know me, whenever they get the note wrong, they look at my face. I know they know they know
Goodness.
they know there's gonna be a reaction there. My face will speak.
Sure is.
So
Yes. Yes.
it will speak. I can't hide it. If you didn't do it right, no, no,
Uh-huh.
no, no, no. Even I don't use my fingers,
Yes. Yes.
or say something, you
Yes.
know. But but
Yes.
we have to do the rehearsal. We have to do rehearsal so that we can get it right.
Yes. True.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yes. Yes, I'm a witness. Yes.
I'm
I've
sorry
seen
about
your
that.
face a
I'm
couple of
sorry.
times
I'm sorry about that.
in that semicircle, and I'll be like, "Oop, is that wrong?" So, yes, and you're a perfectionist, Elder C. So anyone that works with you knows that your ear is first of all phenomenal, out of this world, and the fact that you can hear just one off note in such a huge choir, it's it's something that is just remarkable.
Yeah,
Um,
so,
so just coming to the end of our interview, because we've had time well
yeah.
spent. Um, do you have a message that you would want to leave with young singers, young choristers, future leaders? Um, and I mean, message also kind of just means advice that you would give to any upcoming choristers or choristers that are, already choristers.
Yeah.
Um, and just to, yeah. So,
Oh yes, oh yes. And part of our responsibility in the leadership of the choir is to teach, is to instruct,
mm,
is to ensure. I think it was Evangelist Nsigo who said you need to
mm,
empty yourself. Whatever God has given
yes,
you, make sure that you give it to others so that they too can grow.
yes,
So what I would say is an old saying, stay green, so that you
yes,
can grow. If you think you
yes.
know, then you are in trouble. You'll never grow. We are
Mm,
all work in progress.
we are.
Still,
True.
even in my age and all the experience that I have with the choirs and with music, I too still have a lot
Mm,
to learn. In fact, I'm learning every
mm,
day. So some of the young
yes.
choristers, because maybe during the Passover or the assembly when there was a gathering, they were given a chance to conduct,
True.
and they did well, and they come out of there,
Yeah.
you know, with all of the shoulders all
Yes.
puffed up now.
Yes.
Man, I'm the man. I'm the man. Ningus,
Yes.
as we say here. I'm the man. And it's like, hey, look, listen, you just conducted one song, and maybe the people were happy to
Hmm.
see you. And you don't know what's going to happen with the second song. You may not do so well. So, so you still have a
Right.
lot to learn. You need to be humble enough
Hmm.
to take instruction, to be taught, to be
Yes.
teachable. Be
Hmm.
teachable.
True.
As I said
Yes.
again, I'm still learning, even at this level. I'm still learning.
Hmm.
And so open
Hmm.
yourself up to be taught, to be teachable, to be instructed.
True.
Listen
Hmm.
to your
Hmm.
superiors. Listen to your minister.
Yes.
At the tabernacle, you have a
Yes.
responsibility to work with your minister. Take
Yes.
instruction from him. Um,
Hmm.
Also, in your conducting, look at different
Mm.
conductors. You know, even in your
Yes.
singing, look at different singers. You will learn something from them.
Yes.
You can always learn something
That's so true.
from
Hmm.
everybody.
True.
But the question
So
is, are
true.
you open enough to learn or to want to learn?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
stay green so that you can grow. Be teachable.
Be teachable. That is beautiful advice, Elder C.
If the word is the clue, you can find the tune. Song Association.
All right, Choristers Lounge family, welcome to another Song Association with Elder C, General Chorister of the Rock Territory. Okay, Elder C, I'm going to throw a few words at you. Maybe throw in some words in different languages and see what your musical mind can come up with.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay, first one. Isarafim.
All right. That will be one of my compositions. Elinye seraphim la kala gweli yela tingwele gwele. Elinye seraphim la kala gweli yela tingwele gwele. Elinye seraphim la kala gweli yela tingwele gwele. Uyingwele, 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 gwele, uyingwele, 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 gwele.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite songs. I love that song.
Thank
Yay.
you.
I'm so glad you sang it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Next one. Sabata.
Oh, I think this one will be from Zimbabwe. Sabata,
Okay.
Rakana, Sabata, Diamwari, Rakanaka, Dere Makumbore, Sabata, Rakana, Sabata, Diamwari,
Sabata. Yay.
Rakanaka, Dere Makumbore,
Yay.
Ro.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, next one. Ukusiza Kwami.
Oh, that'll be one of mine.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead.
Yagupagamisela amehlo wami ezintabeni ukusiza kwami govela phina ukusiza kwami kuye uJehova owenzileyo izulu nomhlaba.
Yay, that's beautiful. I don't know that one. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll do two more.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is Botani.
Oh, yes, yes. That will be from the Eastern Cape Sakosa song by Sister Elder Dorcas Machak.
Okay.
Botani zingwele ngalomhla omkhulu vuyani xobani memelani.
Yay. Okay, and then the last one, Kunye.
Oh, this one is by one of the greatest composers in the African territory, evangelist Jesele Khaba Masinya. Kunye engikucela kuJehova nengiya kufuna khona ukuba ngihlale endlini God Jehovah, song is in Zodu Pila Guam Uguba Isale and Lini God Jehovah Noguba Gibone Ubuse Bugaje Jehovah.
Beautiful.
Amen.
All
Amen.
right, Choristers Lounge family. That was our song association with Aldonala. We did about, I think, 5. How many languages? 3?
That was great.
No, Zulu, Xhosa, Shona,
And
3.
Zulu.
Yes. So thank you so much for that song association. We enjoyed your beautiful singing. We enjoyed your beautiful compositions, and we can't wait to hear more.
Amen.
And with that being said, the Choristers Lounge family really wants to thank you for coming to sit down with us at the Choristers Lounge. We really enjoyed getting to know you as the man, getting to know you as the general chorister, and learning more about your history, and your upbringing and your influences and the advice that you gave to so many, because you have so much experience. I mean, being a chorister from age 12, singing from age 3, you're just a well of knowledge. And we're just so blessed and fortunate that we were able to tap into that well of knowledge and just draw so much from you. And we can't wait to see the Rock Territory continue to grow under your beautiful and masterful leadership in the music department. And again, we're just so thankful for coming to the Choristers Lounge and spending time with us. And with that, Choristers Lounge family, stay tuned for the next international episode. We have so much in store for all of you, and we can't wait for you to learn and to get to know so many of our musical giants and to learn more of the history and the influences of some of our greats and the shoulders they stand on. So with that being said, thank you, Choristers Lounge family, for sitting with us at the lounge. Until next time, peace.
Well, the gospel train is coming. It's coming around the curve. Oh, listen, don't you hear? You hear the wheels are rolling. Shake the leg, 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 shake the leg. Well, the gospel train is coming. Shake the leg, shake the leg. Will you get your business right? You better set your house in order, because the train is gonna be here tonight. I know you are. Get on board. Can you hear the whistle blowing? Can you hear the bells are tolling?
Thank you for joining us on the Choristers Lounge. God bless you and give you peace.
Important to you. Come on in and sit on down. Listen as we